Well, what's up, guys? JK Disc Golf here. Today, we're filming a little bit of a round video, guys. It's kind of the first sense of fall disc golf, at least for Wisconsin. All you guys in warmer states are very jealous of you because it's about 40 degrees right now, a little windy. Obviously, the trees getting a little bit of color to them. Leaves are on the ground, but we're about to have a fun little round. I haven't done like a vlog or like a course round just when I play disc golf. Really feels like forever, but I'm excited to do that. First round of fall. I'm excited. Hole 1's 230 up the middle, pretty narrow gap. So I'm going to throw with the Kag Changes, just laser beam right at the basket. Didn't really get it turned over, and it's kind of far and fade a little bit to the left, but we should be okay for a par. Tried to give her somewhat of a run, but it didn't really work. Oh, we'll take the par. You guys already know the drill. What time is it? After we're done with hole 1, it's time to plug all what I'm doing, guys. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's joined the Patreon. You guys are the JK fam, guys. You are really helping out and improve the quality of JK Disc Golf. Guys, if you don't know about the Patreon, the link is in the description below. I've been posting a lot of more exclusive content, like all what was right here. So if you guys are interested in videos like that, as well as more coming out, head over to the Patreon, guys. It really does support. We're so close to actually upgrading to a legit camera, and I'm so excited to do that. I can't wait to improve the quality. So if you want JK Disc Golf to get better, guys, please head over to the Patreon. It does really mean a lot to me. Hole 2, 220 feet. You can tell it kind of slowly drifts to the right. I'm opting for a Mako 3, throw it on a slight Hyzer, let it pop up, and slowly drift. The reason I choose this over just a natural sidearm is because I want the disc to continue to penetrate forward on that Hyzer flip instead of just crashing to the right like a sidearm would. So let's hopefully execute that shot. It's going to be a little bit deep. I think a little hard. Tucked it off to a little bit to the right side, but as you can tell, it's held straight and slowly drift to the right instead of like a sidearm would just kind of crash, for me at least. But guys, it is the fall, so I thought, hey, maybe I'll give a little bit of some fall tips for you guys to, I don't know, for some people who play in the Midwest or places where it does get a legit fall season, help you guys out a little bit. And right now, the first tip, it kind of goes along with the shot right there, is guys, in the colder weather, your discs are going to become a little bit stiffer. They might be a little bit more annoying. One way to fix that, or fix it for a little bit at least, is make sure you keep your discs inside. Keep them in your room, keep them in your house, keep them in warm. Don't put them in your trunk of your car, because then they're going to be stiff automatically. It's going to be harder to grip. They're going to be more stable. So put them in your house, and then obviously on the course, they'll slowly start turning a little bit more stiff because of the cold weather, but let's prolong that as much as possible. Try to make them not as stiff, make them kind of fly like your normal disc would, instead of a little bit more stable, kind of like this Mako 3 did for me a little bit. There we go. Knocked down a solid straddle putt for the first bird of the day. Take that. My next tip, what I'm going to say is, guys, dress warm. This seems like a very common sense kind of dress for the weather thing, but I can't tell you how many times I go to a course where maybe we're driving 30 to 40 minutes. We get there, it's a little bit chillier than we thought. The wind is a little bit colder, and one person is wearing shorts and a t-shirt. You're just going to be miserable for the whole round. Don't do that to yourself. You can always take off more layers, but if you don't bring more to put on, you're just going to be cold. Again, might be common sense, but guys, some people just aren't smart. It's that simple. You guys have probably seen this line from me a couple times now. The basket's straight ahead, 225 feet, but there's a big fence there, kind of hard to navigate. So I'm going to go with the big Hyzer around this tree with the razor claw, hang out wide, let it fade in nicely. And that's perfect. All right, back to the plugging, guys. If you guys are interested in listening to the funniest disc golf podcast on the internet, guys, head over in the link in the description below for Kirby's Disc Golf World's Disc Golf Podcast. It's the funniest disc golf podcast out there. I am a co-host along with my two other uncles. Guys, it's funny. We're on episode 7. Oh, this is a good one. It really is. It's pop culture / disc golf mashed together. It's a little bit explicit, But guys, it's so much fun. It's so funny. Give it a listen. Link in the description below. You won't be disappointed. All right, yep, it's just outside circle 1, so don't need those comments about step putt. Cash, let's go. Step putt's been feeling really good lately. I've been watching Ezra Adderholder on Joe Mez and just on the skin matches a lot, and I love his step putt. Ever since I adopted it, it's been done me some good, guys. It really has. I love doing it. I've had some solid step putts, so that's added to my game. All right, guys, this might be hard for some people to kind of hear, but I do not like the Luna. It could be this plastic. I might need it in more Champion Series plastic, but I can't find them anywhere, so I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on Facebook to buy one. So it's just not a good disc in my eyes for that alone. It's a lot too understable for me, and I don't like the feel to it too much. It was like okay, but like I feel other discs and I feel more comfortable with those. I really don't think that the 3 fade is true because I can't get this thing to fade. It just Hyzer flip and then just drifts off to the right for me. So guys, leave me suggestions for throwing putters because I'm in dire need of one. That being said, I'm throwing the Luna on this hole, 270 straight ahead. So that one started to come back, but as you can tell, I put a lot of Hyzer on it, and that if I throw it flat, it will never fade. Never. All right, guys, this next tip is, all right, the next thing to know about fall disc golf, it gets windier, guys. So you be prepared to throw a little bit more stable or overstable stuff. You can't be really throwing your understable stuff into headwinds or stuff like that. So be prepared to kind of modify or throw different discs on holes that you haven't thrown before, because the wind does affect your discs, and you do need to make sure you're taking that into consideration. I've already noticed it. I've been having to throw a lot different lines because my discs just don't react the same in 15-mile-per-hour headwind. So I have to adjust and just be okay with that. You got to just be mentally okay with that. Again, you can take this tip a little bit lightly, but guys, like I said, you guys can take this tip a little bit lightly. A lot of people don't need to do this, and I don't really follow this, but guys, there's going to be leaves on the ground. There's going to be a lot of different colors than there was in the summer. It's going to be harder to find your discs, so be prepared to spend a little bit more time looking. Or what a lot of people do is they bag brighter discs. You bag kind of like bright yellow, bright blue, bright neon colors, because it's going to help you find your disc in the long run. If you're not throwing dull discs like transparent, kind of dull, kind of dark fall colors, it's going to be harder. But like I said, this isn't a problem for everyone. If you're kind of prone to throwing in the rough and places where it's harder to find, this might be more situated for you instead of the guys who are hitting their lines a lot more. But like I said, you're going to be spending a lot more time looking for discs with the leaves on the ground. So again, this is all mentally preparedness for the fall disc golf season. Typically, I throw a turnover backhand, but I'm not stepping in this water, so I'm going to go with a Firebird and kind of hang it off to the side on a forehand. Hopefully, I get this, but I never throw the shot, so wish me luck. Oh, come back. Come back around the tree. Wow, that was something that should not have worked, but it did, so take that as a win. This tip's gonna seem a little bit. I'm gonna say this tip, and it's gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself. But personally, I like wearing long sleeves over hoodies. And that being said, more like heavy hoodies over sweatshirts over lighter ones. That's why I'm wearing this one. It's not bad. It doesn't restrict my reach back. But a lot of times people wear those huge, heavy coats, heavy sweatshirts, and that does restrict like your arm, the reach back, and that might be consistently getting you less distance on your drive. So keep that in consideration. I know you want to stay warm, but if you're going to get a little bit angry at not being able to throw as far, that might be the reason, is because you're not letting your whole reach back come through. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, long sleeves over hoodies, but number one cause is staying warm. Go with the big Hyzer over the trees. that as a win. This tip comes more towards colder end of fall, starting into the winter time. But if you really have discs like DX or Champion discs that you really love, maybe they're a little bit older too, and you don't want them to break, consider throwing maybe other discs instead of those. Or if you're heavily wooded shot, because you really don't want it to be freezing cold and you smack a tree really hard and it just to shatter in pieces. A lot of people say throwing G-Star plastic helps as well. Star plastic in my eyes is just fine. Personally, I've never had a disc break. I've seen it happen before, and you really don't want your favorite DX or your favorite really hard Champion disc to break, because that's always a shame. So make sure you have that in the back of your mind. You don't want to be breaking some of your favorite discs. Hardest hole on the course, you really gotta be on the left side of this beginning tree. Maybe slowly drift off to the right side and kind of end towards the basket. I'm going with the Kag Z for a nice straight shot. Hopefully we can execute. That's the shot, big skip. We did it. I've already noticed that I can't really throw, or I've already noticed that my Kag Z's acting a little bit more stable. Once I got it in the summer, it was holding really straight lines, would give me slow drift to the right before having a consistent straight finish. Now it's acting a lot more stable, which I have to expect, but I brought my old Kag Z back where it just flies nice and straight like the summertime, because that was one of my favorite discs to throw. I still love it, don't get me wrong, but just want that nice straight shot back. I think this is what you call parked. Hole 8's only like 300 feet away, but we're going with the big Hyzer over the trees because I can't hit the narrow gap to save my life. So yeah. Be short. Not too short. For some reason, I really don't know why, I can't hit this narrow gap. One, if I throw my Kag Z, I usually go really past it, and then I'm screwed because I'm too far back. And I can't throw my Luna there because I don't trust it really at all. So hopefully if I get a new throwing putter, I can go more up the straight gap, but I'm totally fine with the big Hyzer because it's more fun anyways. It really is. Dude, oh my. Hit all the chains that's still gonna spit out? You're gonna do me like that? That's dirty. It's like 180 feet. I can't throw that go long, so I'm gonna try to stand still. That's better than usual. It was 7 down, I think. That's pretty solid. Big putt. Usually my goal for the front 9 is 6 down, so beat that by 1. I'd say that's a win. Oh, I thought I had it. I really did. Nice, easy razor claw shot. That was really inside. We might have a putt. Nice easy sidearm with the zone. Might have drifted off to the right a little bit too much, but we should be putting. Honestly, I think the best tip I have for fall disc golf is don't overthink it. Just have fun. I think this is like when the off season for the tournaments are happening, so don't take it competitively. Just go out, have a good time. The disc golf season's over, so now it's just time to relax and play why we love the game, right? Just have fun. Don't take it seriously. That, I think, is the best tip for disc golf in general. Just have fun. Go out with your friends, play a nice round, and you'll have so much fun. It's disc golf, guys. Don't take it seriously. For 9 down, the honorary ace cam. Hopefully we get it this time. We're gonna go with with a nice finesse zone shot. Awful skip, but it was looking pretty nice. The zone is such a good disc, guys. Honestly, if you don't have one already, it's worth checking out. I feel like it's exponentially helped my game. It's good for scramble forehand shots. That's like the main reason I like it. But anytime I'm going like 250 to off the tee with a sidearm, I'm going with the zone. I think that it has the most, it's the most overstable putter, and it's so consistent. They're not going to find a disc that won't flip over, right? The zone is just, it won't ever flip over on your sidearm. If you overpower it, it'll hold it. There's no other disc that will do that, in my opinion. So I love the zone. It's really helped my game. If you're looking for a good disc for overstable putter shots, check out the zone. Oh, couldn't catch this time. Oh, these baskets are not my friend. Stand still forehand with the zone, straight down for the ace. Here we go. Did not give it enough turn, but it'll be parked. Yeah, it's parked. I guess I'll take the park job. I'm going to take as full advantage of the fall disc golf as I can. If you guys don't know, I live in Wisconsin. The winters are pretty rough here. There's a lot of snow. It gets freaking cold, and sometimes it makes it for some miserable disc golf in the wintertime. Some people don't even go out, but I got to go out. I got to play some disc golf. I got to show you guys some content. So, that being said, I have to go out and play in as much fall as I can before I get to the miserable point of the year. But for a lot of people, the 40-degree weather is like cold for them. This is like pretty normal. Like, it takes a day for me to get used to the 40-degree weather, and after that I'm pretty solid. But so we're gonna take advantage of the cold, or the fall, as much as we can before we get to the really, really cold. 411 down. I will take that. I'm good for one solid tomahawk around, and this is it. I saving it for this hole. Man, that was short. We're gonna have a putt. Nope, not that one. This hole's like 170 feet, so all you have to do is this. And you're parked. 12 down. One more hole to go. Let's see if we can end it at 13. Last hole, just four-handed Firebird. Park it, call it a day. We're gonna have to putt that. 13 down. First fall disc golf round of the year. Super excited to play, keep continuing playing the fall. Hopefully I'll keep making these round videos for you guys because they are super fun to do. Well, I get to kind of talk to the fans, don't have to talk about a specific topic. I have a good amount of time doing it, so definitely got to come out here and keep doing it for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell so you get notifications on all new videos. And as always, guys, make sure to keep throwing. I want to give a big thanks to everyone who supported JK Disc Golf over on Patreon. You guys are the homies. If you guys also want to check out and help out JK Disc Golf, head over to www.patreon.com/JK Disc Golf.